name is Carolina Justiço. I'm Customer Success Engineer here in Silos, and today I will be the host of this webinar. We also had my colleague José Gingio here to help me with your questions. So please feel free to ask us any questions during the webinar. It's going to be a very cool webinar, and then you can see the power of our platform when you are designing your project. Okay, so let's start. The agenda for today. We are going to see some topics related to the wireless communication, so we can understand which type of wireless communication the ESP32 had in the models right now in the market. And after that, we are going to see the workflow of the hardware development, which steps are necessary to have one product released in the end of the hardware development. And we can see what the Silos design platform can help you in this workflow. Another topic that is important to say, it's related to the CUBOs, because we have this word, and I will explain what this means. And after that, we can go and start to build the Wi-Fi radio project. And I will do the hands-on. We are going to use the platform in live, and then we are going to have the outputs for you to continue the project, okay? In the area tool that you are going to choose. And in the end, we are going to have the questions and answer sections. But as I told you, we have the QA panel, so please feel free to ask any questions during the webinar. And to start, we are going to talk about the wireless communications. So what is important to know, and some key factors when you are searching for your wireless communication for your project, because different applications require different wireless technologies, okay? So the wireless communication. It's important to understand that the wireless, as the name say, they don't need to have physical cables. So this means that it's more flexible and it's more scalable, the projects that we can build with this technology. And when you are searching for the wireless communication, you need to think about some key factors. For example, the range that you want to have in your project. If it's going to be a short range, or if it's going to be a long range, you need to think about this when you are searching for the wireless communication for your project. Another thing that is necessary to check is the power consumption. If the wireless communication is a low power consumption and your application requires this, so probably you need to check this information too. Another key factor is the data rate. So if you want to have some real-time application, you need to have low latency. So you need to check the data rate to see if it's the right one for you. And the last but not the least, the security of this data that you want to transmit, okay? So you need to check if this technology had some authentication or some encrypted. And the types of wireless communications that we have right now in the market, we have the Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, LoRa, Zigbee, cellular, and NFC. Here I place some description just for you to understand which are the key factors that they have. So the Wi-Fi, for example, as I told you, if you want to have one real-time application with a high speed, probably and its local area, probably the Wi-Fi is the best solution for your project. If you want to have a low power communication and for short distance, the Bluetooth is the best one for you. And if you want to have a low power communication, but in a long range, you can choose the LoRa for your project. Another thing that if you want to have like some smart home application, you can choose the Zigbee in your project. And if you want to have long distance and high speed connectivity, probably the cellular 4G, 5G is the best one for you. And of course, if you want to use the NFC in your project to have access or control to something, this technology is the best one for you. Right now, we saw that we have some types of wireless technologies, and we need to check which one the ESP32 have, and then we can check the difference between the models. Right here, we have the list of type of wireless communication, and the only two that is native from the ESP32 is the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Okay, so if you want to have some application with these technologies, with these wireless technologies, the ESP32 is a good solution for you. If you, of course, if you want to use, for example, the NFC in your project, you can use one of the interfaces, the I2C or SPI, from the ESP32. And if you want to use different types of wireless communication, you need to search for other solutions. Okay? Any questions, please feel free to ask us anytime. Let's continue. So here in this table, I'm showing all the models, all the ESP32 models, which wireless communications they have, which generation of wireless communication they have, if they support the USB, and the best use case. Okay? As you can see here, some of them they have the Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and they support the USB. Some of them they just have the Wi-Fi. Some of them they have new generations of Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. So you need to choose the best one for your application. But it's important to say that all this information that I share with you guys right now, it was based on the research that I did. So to have all this information, I need to go there in the Expressive website and do all this research. And this is very time consuming, okay? What we can do, we can use the Silus Design platform to help you in this research. And to start to talk about this workflow that is necessary in the hardware development, I want you to say all the workflow and where the Silus Design platform can help you in this workflow. Okay, so let's start the hardware development. So in the ideal world, what we have something very linear. So we are going to have one idea, and then after that, we are going to start to think about the requirements. We are going to start to build the architecture. We are going to do the research of all the parts of our project. And then we are going to choose the EDA tool. We are going to start the design part. And then we are going to have all the schematic layout and the bill of materials sent to production, and then do the test part and release our product. But this is the ideal world. In the real world, what we have usually is something like that. You are going to start with the idea, you are going to have your requirements, start the architecture, do the research, then you forgot something in the middle of your workflow, like you forgot something in the requirements, and then you need to restart this process. And then when you are designing, you realize that you forgot something in the architecture and you need to do the research again. And in all these steps, in all this workflow, you need sometimes to come back in the research part and do all these steps again. So it's very time consuming. And in the end, you are going to have your product release, but it's going to be a nightmare. So what the Silus Design platform can help you in this process? Let's see. So you are going to have your idea, you are going to have your architecture. And with the Silus, all that countless research hours, we are going to turn into minutes. How we can do this? So you are going to have the idea, you are going to have the requirements, and in our platform, in the Silos Design platform, you are going to start to build the architecture with a mix of design, because as you can see here in the architecture, we have some parts of the projects and they need to connect between them. In the Silos Design platform, you are telling us which type of interface do you want to have. And in the end, we are going to provide you one project package in the IDEA tool that you choose, one PDF and one CSV to continue the project and then do the other steps. So we are here to help you in the research part and to find the best solutions for all your project. Okay? But it's necessary to explain something to you. The word CUBO, it's not something that we created this word. So you can imagine that inside of our architecture, we are going to have these boxes here, and these boxes, they are parts of the project, okay? And you can imagine that each box, they are different parts, and we call them functional blocks because they have one functionality in your project. And inside of each box, each functional block, we are going to have a list of solutions. And these solutions, we call them CUBOs. So what is the CUBOs? What is the solutions? It's a combination of components that had one specific application or functionality. And in the end, you can imagine that it's like a digital data sheets, but not related with just one component. It's related with a combination of components. Okay, and then we are going to have our Kubo. And the Kubo needs to have some information inside. For example, the specification, as I said, it's like a digital datasheet, but related to the combination of components. They also have the CAD file, so we are going to have the schematic, layout, bill of materials. We need to have the interfaces. So we need to connect different parts of the project, the different CUBOs, different solutions. So we need to tell the platform which interface we want to use in that connection. We also need to have this, we also have this supply chain information. So all the information related to the components, like the manufacturer, the size, the life cycle, they are inside of each CUBO. And also the application. We need to understand what is the application and the functionality of that solution. Okay? Right now, we can go to the Wi-Fi radio, see all the steps who are necessary to build or start to build the project, and let's see. So in one Wi-Fi radio project, what is necessary to have? So we need to have the power management system. We need to define which are the supply of this PCB that we want to build. So it's going to be one battery. It's going to be the USB connection. We need to decide and then check this part in the Silos Design platform. Another thing that you need to choose is the communication. If you want to use the wireless or the wired communication, in this case, we are going to use the wireless communication. We also need to have the sound part. It's a radio, so we need to listen what is playing in the radio. We need to have some human-machine interface. We need to have some buttons to turn on the radio. We need to have some to have the volume higher than and all these things. So we need to have some human-machine interface in our project. And also we need to have some graphics. Like if you want to have one display to show which music we are listening in that specific moment, so we need to have one display in our project, okay? So right now, I don't know if you have any questions. We are going to change and go to the Silos Design platform. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Jinjo are here to help me with this task, okay? I will continue the webinar. And here, if you are a new user, you need to know that our platform is for free. And if you want to register it, you just need to go app.silus.io, register, and then when you log in, you are going to have this welcome page here. So you are going to have your name here, and if you want to start one project from scratch, you can click in this button. We had some content for you to learn how to use the Silus Design platform. We had some articles and guides here if you want to check. And if you are a new user, you don't have the recent projects because you are a new user, and this part will be empty, but you can see the future projects here. Okay, in the future projects, you can see that we have different types of projects that can be some idea for you to start your project if you don't know how to start. Okay, if you press here in all future projects, we can see the list of projects that we have. So you can come here, search, look if we had something related with the idea that you have. You can also come here and then search for in the search bar, and then check if we had something related with the application that you want to build. In this case, we are going to build one Wi-Fi radio, and in the examples we have the Wi-Fi radio project. We select and do the and press the search button. As you can see here, when we press, the platform will provide the Wi-Fi radio project and some project that probably is something similar to the Wi-Fi radio. Okay. For the webinar, you can view the project if you want, but we are going to copy because I want to show you all the things that we have here. When you copy, the screen that you are going to see is this one here. So you are going to have this part we call design canvas, is the place that you are going to build your project. As we are using one feature project, we have some functional blocks, these boxes here that I told you. So we have different parts of the project, and between them, we have the connections and which interface we are using, okay? I will do one zoom in just for you to understand all the parts of the project that we have. Of course, if you want to keep the project in the way that they are, you can keep. If you want to add more parts of the project, you can come here in the design library and then search for the parts of the project that you want to use. Okay, you can see we have the AI recommendation too, that it's related with the combination of functional blocks that we have here in the design canvas. And you can search, and if you cannot find, you also can search here in the search bar. But let's see the project that we have. We have here, remember when I told you that we need the power management system? So here we have the USB connector, the USB bridge, and the switch, the DC conversion. So we have the power management in our project here. We also have the display with who is the graphic part of our project. We have some switches, buttons. So this is the human machine interface. We have the sound part, so the audio output. And we also have the wireless communication, which is the wireless communication. And then we have this functional block here. Okay. Remember that we want to use the ESP32 in our project. So we need to tell the platform, hey, I want to have this specific part number or manufacturer. And where you need to go? It's go in the project settings, okay? And as you can see here, we had some information field because we are using one feature project. So here we have one summary of the project. If you want to keep, this is just for documentation. So for this webinar, I will skip and then tell you the impacts in the project settings that the platform can have when we are changing this information. Okay, in the description, we are going to keep in the way that they are, and let's go in the project information. Okay, in the project information, we have the name of the project. So if you want to change, you can change here. We have the functionalities. So all the functional blocks that we have in the design canvas, you can come here and have these in the PDF in the end of the project. We also had the applications. So the Wi-Fi radio, it's related to the IoT and the consumer electronics. Here is one thing that it's going to have some impact. So the output parts. Right now we have 3 different EDA tools. We have Eagle, Altium, and KiCad. So if you want to use one of them, you can come here in the project settings and change and choose the one that you want to use in your project. You can also change the bill of materials types. This will have one impact with the CSV that we are going to provide you. Okay, so if you want to change, you change and then click Save. Here is the part that I want to show you related to the preferred part numbers or manufacturers. As you can see here in this feature project, we had setting some preferred manufacturers, and the expressive is the manufacturer from the ESP32. They are choose, so we don't need to fill this information. But if you want to fill this information, you just need to come here. We have a list of manufacturers, or you can type something. Like for example, if I want to use this one in my project, I can choose this one. This will have some impact with the results of the platform. I will show you when I open the part, but you can see that they will be on top of the list of CUBOs that we are going to provide you. Okay, so these have some impact with the results of the platform. If you want to use some preferred part numbers, you can also come here and then select the one that you want to use. After you fill, you need to save and go to Canvas. Okay, after you save and go to Canvas, if you finish all your project or all the design Canvas part, the project is done. What is necessary to do is click the resolve. When you click resolve, the platform now is searching for all the list of solutions for different parts of the project. Okay, so in each functional block, we are going to have a list of solutions. And as you can see here, now we can see all the results. So when you see this purple dot in the top right corner, you can see the message that CUBOs found, because the platform can find some solutions for each part of the project. And now we need to check the list of solutions that the platform provide to us, and then select the one that we want to use. So what is necessary to do? You just need to select the functional block that you want to use to choose right now, and click the right click of the mouse. Okay, so right click, and then this list of options will appear, and then we are going to select CUBO, select the solution that we want to use. And right here, it will open this page here, this tab, with the list of solutions that the platform can find. And remember that we filled with the preferred manufacturer. So this info, the platform is telling you that, okay, these solutions here, these CUBOs, they are from the manufacturer that you want to use. As you can see here, you can click in different options. We have a list of solutions, so you can click in different options, see the schematic. But if you want to check more about this specific solution, you can come here in this icon, and then when you click, you can see all the information that I told you that the CUBOs have. So all the CUBOs have these specifications. They have the bill of materials. They have all the interfaces, the ports, who are related to this specific solution. So if you want to learn more about this, you don't need to go outside of our platform. You can see all the information here in one place. Another thing that you can do is talk with our CUBOt assistant. So if you want to check the difference between the ESP32 that the platform is providing to you, You can you can ask, so tell me the difference between the ESP32 CUBOs. Tell me between all the ESP32 CUBOs, because I want to have the all of them. Okay, so let's see what the platform can tell me. And then you don't need to go in the Expressive website and search for this information. You can keep in the same place that you are, and then use the AI assistant to help you in the decision. So the CUBOT experts are telling us some difference between them. So in this first option, we have this flash memory, we have this Bluetooth generation, we have all this information. So here you can see that we can choose based on the information that the platform have. So you don't need to go outside and then search for this information. You can use the platform to help you. After you choose, because it's up to you to decide. You are in the drive seat, so you need to decide which solution you want to use in your project. And you need to tell the platform, hey, I want to use this specific one. I don't know why, but I want to use this specific one. You are going to have the reasons for this. And then here in this part, you need to click here and then lock the Cubo. Locking the Cubo, you can see now we have this new icon here. And locking the Cubo, we are telling the platform, please don't change. I want to use this specific one. After you do this, you need to go back in the design canvas. And then you can see here that when we choose the solution that we want to use, we can see the red, the purple dot will be turned into green dot. Okay? And then we can see the information Kubo lock. You need to do these steps with all the functional blocks. So all these purple dots need to be green. So you are deciding which solution do you want to use. But for this webinar, I will skip this part just to show you how the platform can show the informations for you. So after you finish here in this part, you lock out the cubos. You need to go in the bill of materials view just to generate the bill of materials. And here we are telling you, hey, only 11% of the cubos were selected by you. The other ones was recommendation from Silus. Okay, if you want to keep this, you can keep, but you remember that you are in the drive seat. The project is yours. So we are going to click Generate the Bill of Materials, and we are here waiting to this information. So right now we have the manufacturers, we have the MPN, we have all the information, we have the life cycle, and which component are related to each solution. So you can use here to just double check. And the best part is the output files. Okay, in the output files, we are going to provide you one PDF, one bill of materials, one CSV, and the project package in the EDI tool that you choose. You can change here another place that you can change the type of the bill of materials. It's in the output files, so you can change this information here, and also the EDI tool that you want to use. Okay. And then after that, you need to download everything. Downloading everything, you are going to have the PDF to have all the project documentation of this project. The CSV you can send for someone to review all the components that you need to buy. And the project package, you are going to have the output to continue the project in the tool that you choose. After you download, I had some information here open, so to be faster. So the PDF that you are going to have is something similar to this. So we are going to provide you one PDF with the name of the project, a summary, all the information that you feel, the the design canvas with the architecture and which interface you are using between the functional blocks, all the solutions in different pages. And in the end, we are going to provide you one bill of materials, and you can use this document in your project. Another thing that we are going to provide you is the CSV with the list of components, so you can come here and check this information. Okay? And the best part is the project package in the IDEA tool that you choose. So here we have the Wi-Fi radio. So all the solutions, different parts of the projects will be in different pages. So you can come here, check all the information. If you want to use all the information that we are providing to you, for example, if you want to keep this connector, if you want to take off, because some of them is just for program the ESP32, you can take off. And the layout part, the PCB part, it's in this way that we are going to provide you the information. So we don't know the shape of your board. We don't know how many layers do you want to have. We don't know all the next steps of your project, but you are going to have all of them here, and then you can continue. In the end, what you will have, it's something similar to this. So you are going to have all the components. You need to replace them in the position that you prefer. You need to shape your board. You need to tell the IDEA tool how many layers do you want to have. You need to do the routing part, and then you can continue the project in the way that you prefer. Okay? And I think with this, we have all the information. Thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoy, and see you in the next webinar.